to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
I have a Sicilian uncle.
I am Sicilian.
You are?
From where?
Marsala. So
Okay.
my uncle, every time he'd come walk into the house, he'd say, Toby, che cazzo hai fatto tutto il giorno?
Che minchia. If you're Sicilian, you say minchia.
Minchia. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And so I said to him, stronza, you know.
Have you ever been to the
I
island?
spend a lot of time there. Chela Rossa is where I go.
Okay.
I go to Marsala, hang around Arice and
That's Arice.
Chela Rossa. It's beautiful. It's truly beautiful.
We good, guys? Yes.
Splendid.
Hello, Toby. So,
sir.
in my apartment, I had this poster of this guy like that,
Right.
with the big glasses
Yeah.
and very
Fat guy.
No, it was you actually, and that character, it reminds me in some way this character. He's an outsider, he's a loner. Do you agree on that? And is it like for you? Is it like that? Are you outsider, loner?
I think I identify with that kind of sensibility. You know, the outsider, the loner ideology. But it's more, it's forced as well. I identify with it if it's sort of put upon themselves. You know, and that's what it is with Agenor. That's what it was with Johnny Quid. It's that same ideology that. You know, I don't want to be part of the crowd. I don't want to be part of the in crowd. I don't want to do what they want to do, and I just want to do my own thing. But you know, what's nice about this? The reason I had something similar about Johnny Quid with him is that it's important to go on a journey, you know, and for Agenor it's important for him to keep in the tradition of mythology, you know, great storytelling, is to have, you know, trials and tribulations of being a person or a demigod, you know, which Agenor is.
You are also into fashion, but in the movie you are full of mud, and you are also with no t-shirt, as well as Rocknrolla.
Yeah, I love being in my underpants.
Can we say you are like the European Matthew McConaughey?
I doubt it. No, he's pretty and handsome. I just like to do that. You know, like Jonathan, he said, you know, what do you want to do with this? And I said, oh, like with Guy, with Rocknrolla. I said, look, there's no fat crackheads. And I said, to Jonathan, I said, what I'm sick of seeing is people who do ancient films and they have like incredible six-packs and beautiful pecs and all that. And people didn't. You know, when you look at the sculptors, they had big, powerful backs and they had a little bit of a pot belly and, you know, some stomach muscle maybe, but it was a powerful physique, so I wanted to do that. So, yeah, my vanity came in quite strongly on both of them, yeah.
Ewan McGregor, when he did Star Wars, said, okay, it's a great role, but it can be boring with the green screen and stuff.
Really?
How about you? And is it more difficult to do fashion or to shoot green screen and waiting a lot? And
fashion, I did do an advertising campaign. I did two. I did one for Paul and one for G-Star. And fashion is very dull. Although it's beautiful clothes and, you know, supposedly beautiful people, it's difficult because you're hanging around doing just yourself. And with this, at least you're using your imagination, you're creating a character. I imagine for Ewan, because he's using other actors and they're pretending they're swords and everything, so it's very tiring. For me and Sam in this, we're on a big epic adventure, and most of the things are big beasts, they're big monsters, you know, so it really wasn't boring. It was great fun, you know. We had lots of action to do within that mix and within that realm. So it's different strokes for different folks, I think. But on this one, we had a lot to do. We interacted with these creatures a great deal, so it was great fun.
I read that you also like to write. Am I right in that?
I do like to write. Yeah, I have severe dyslexia, but I do like to write. Yeah, I like to. I bought the rights to a book, that me and my brother are trying to transcribe into a script. And then also just my own fantasy, a story. Yeah, with my brother.
So would you like to direct this?
I would like to. I wouldn't perceive that I'm good enough to. I have a long way to go. But there's certain, you know, I watch a lot of films, and there's certain times where I'm like, with certain genres, I think that's not really how it actually works, and that's not how people are. And I'm relatively good at helping actors create performances. So I'd love to. But it's a long way off.
Last question, I saw you also in Warhorse. You had one of the most touching scene of the movie.
I was very lucky.
What kind of viewer are you? Are you like to go and cry at the cinema, at the film?
Yeah, I like touching films. I remember many years ago I watched the original Journey to the Centre of the Earth. Okay. And there's a moment in that where the chap sacrifices himself to hold up the bridge so they can all run across. And I remember that when I was young, that caught me. That made me weep. I was like, shit, what a sacrifice. And I think what the same thing happened in Warhorse. You know, if a beast of burden is unaware of its own bravery, it becomes heroic. You know, and I think that's real heroism is that, you know, sacrifice without forethought, you know, without telling everyone that you're doing it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Grazie.
Welcome, man. Prego.